if we could refrain from absolutely brutally murdering more animals, I greatly appreciate it. Lloyd crouches down as he goes, "Hey there, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you."
Muuney walks up to Gash. Hand comes down. Poof! Gash drops down, unconscious. Well, it looks like their leader has already left.
Oh, right. There was a note.
Yes? What did the note say?
Something or other. He's really mad that we messed with his stuff. He's leaving, quote-unquote, failed business venture. And then, the letter burst into flames.
Lois, you hear Sylph's voice in the back of your head. Well, there comes a time in every parent's life where their child asks for a dog, I suppose. Let's see what we can't do about that. And you feel your hands outstretched in front of you, and green energy kind of swirls around Gash, and Gash begins to shrink. Green light fades, and as it does, there's a tiny hellhound puppy on the ground, fast asleep.
In either situation, we burn it down or we don't. You guys are undercover anyways, if you just aren't around when we burn it down.
Fair.
Well, we leave it here, Vakantia might come back, or someone will move in and cause more problems for you.
True. Well, you've made my decision. Burn it down. Lois, you wake up and you see Gash is now up and has been running around your bedroom. There are burn marks on the wall.
Oh, no.
The last thing we see is Muuney walking into a meeting and closing the door behind him. It's a brand new day in the town of Shadowhorn. Despite the fact that it's morning, it's still relatively dark out. Again, this is a very dark town because of the high ridges on either side. The air is filled with the sound of rushing water from the river beneath. People go about their day. You see some people just fishing over the side of the roads and the bridges. Some kids will just crawl over the side of banisters and and just jump off and into the river and play. And you've all kind of begun to settle into a small routine. Muuney has promised you that he's met with the leaders of this town and has said that you've been all cleared, and now it's just a matter of waiting for the opportune chance to take out Okra. But in the meantime, you're all told to just bide your time and hang out in Shadowhorn. So you all have your first period of downtime in Pillar Arisen, as you're all about to spend about a couple of weeks, about half a month to maybe most of a month, as you all wait.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a day.
Nope.
I had asked and you said a week.
Yeah. I'm reworking that a little bit.
All right. We have quite a bit of time.
Yeah. No, it's just a couple of weeks. I've sent a list of downtime activities to you all into the chat, but those are just the basics. If you have specific things you want to do, like if you want to research some of the stuff, and kind of start to think about what's going on.
I'm sorry.
Can I list out this? Can I read out this list?
Fighting?
Can I read out this list, please?
Yeah.
All
Sure.
right. Downtime activities written by Riley. All right.
Yeah.
It says shopping, carousing, gambling, pit fighting, crime, religious service, research, and training.
Yeah, these aren't my
Pit
list.
fighting and crime. Kaya's gonna do that.
No, pit fighting is specific. Crime. I'm gonna go out there and do crimes.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go fill Moomin Valley with crime.
Yeah.
That's so specific.
I didn't make this list. This is straight out of Xanathar's guide.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
But yeah, you're all, thinking about what you know about the Obscura. I will say, your characters are probably in this moment of peace and respite reminded of those dreams they had. And are starting to think about how maybe some of the events you've all been involved in are maybe connected, and what Vakomsha's plan is. Or you can go make some money. I don't care. Do we want to roll initiative to see who does their downtime activity first?
Sure.
Yeah.
Jamie, did you have an idea? Because Reese requested to go last.
Kind of. I'm not sure about Kaya doing something, like, plot-related, but I do kind of have an idea of, like, a little downtime thing.
Oh, there'll be plot no matter what you do.
Oh, okay.
You cannot escape the plot.
So just, think about what would be most in character and what would be, be most in service to the story.
I rolled, though.
Okay.
I can roll because now that I know I don't have to do that.
Yeah, let's all roll initiative. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Are you okay?
Hello?
I got a nat one.
Oh.
Oh!
I love when we start off each session with a nat 1.
I will say, most of these downtime activities look like they take around a week or so, except for, like, crafting and stuff, but none of you have the ability to craft yet.
So we can choose about 4 things to do.
I'll say
2 or 3.
Let's do 2 or 3.
I have 2 things in mind.
Okay. Everyone tell me your initiative.
We know I'm going last.
We all know what Reese got.
Yeah.
I got 16.
Oh, good. I got a 15. That was actually the order I wanted us to go in.
Huh.
Okay, lovely.
Are we gonna do, like, every person does 1 and then we loop?
Yeah,
or just
I think so.
Okay.
We'll loop to break it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I think Kaya would go to check in at the temple, or whatever they have.
Wonderful.
So I think she likes to check in and see how things are doing, and if anyone needs any help, she can.
Okay. So you head to the temple. And first thing you notice is there's only one temple here. Which I believe Xandria had 4, pretty much, so this is a little weird. But when you step inside, it's this big oak building, lots of, like, dark woods and the like stretched out, and they just have 9 shrines, like small little shrines set up around the temple. But, like, there's, like, the main altar and area. There is a large statue of a massive dragon that has, like, curving ram horns and is wrought in, like, dark materials. Like, it almost looks like it's made out of like a black metal.
Cool.
And that's, like, the major shrine that takes up the position of importance in this.
Do I know who it is?
It's not a god off the top of your head. Roll a history check.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, it's not just like a different interpretation of one of the...
What was that? Wisdom?
History is intelligence.
14.
No, you don't know who this is.
Shoot. Okay. Is there anyone in here?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a priest hanging around that you could go talk to. They are a kind of, like, skinny, emaciated looking dragonborn almost. Like, not quite unhealthy, but just, like, really skinny. And they are...
Some more like fasting sort of.
Yeah, kind of like that. Like they're just like a twig of a dragonborn.
Skinny.
And they're wearing, like, dark robes, but with various, like, priestly raiments involved on it, and, like, holy symbols.
Okay.
They are I'm sorry, one moment. I'm pulling this information up in real time. This is an onyx dragonborn, which is a gem dragonborn, actually.
One of yours?
Mm-hmm, one of mine.
Yay!
Well, I mean, it's canon, but also it's one canon hasn't, like, made. So this is my homebrew to represent something that is from, like, official. Don't worry about it. It's an onyx dragon. I don't need to get into it.
Yeah. So Kaya approaches him and clears her throat a little to let him know that she's there. It's kind of impossible to miss, though.
Yeah. Oh, Centaur walks into the temple. Everyone turns and looks at you.
She approaches the Dragonborn, and she clears her throat and says, "Hello, I'm visiting from Xandria, and we're taking a little break, and I was wondering if there was any way I could help around here."
He's gonna roll insight. Yeah, he immediately clocks that you are a member of the cloth and goes, a paladin. We could always use more people serving in the church. Wonderful.
It's also kind of obvious who I follow.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you might just be like a fighter or like a rogue that's just like into Osmaldus, though. Like he's got to like double. Yeah, he's not gonna
but
just.
Still, he clocks that I'm following Osmaldus.
He makes sure that you're like an actual religious practitioner before he lets you work in this church. Of course, we can always use more aid here. Riley has forgotten the name of this church. One moment. Riley's looking up the name of this church.
Just need to look through my book.
He looks at his hand, and there's, like, smudged ink on it. But his hand is made out of this, like, black, smooth, glassy scales, so the ink is just, like, really not worked out. He's just like, oh no. My deepest, darkest fear has come to pass.
I'm sorry, I'm new here.
I didn't think this through.
I'm not new here. I just arrived, and then I forgot to ask the name, and it's just been too late to ask now.
Yeah, that's it. It's too late to ask now.
I feel like it would be weird. Son of a... It's not written down there. I have to go check a different area.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't actually exist.
No, I named it. You don't get to say that to me. I named it.
Okay, jeez, you named it.
You shut up.
Listen, Riley takes pride in all the things he named.
I do. I don't stay up late at night doing world building for you to go, oh, look at this guy, bad at improvising. No, I'm bad at looking up notes. Thank you very much. Okay, that makes me a little bit angrier that I forgot that. This is the Temple of Eidolon the Shadow. Deep bow.
Eidolon, that was a good game.
Nope, we're not talking about that.
I know, it reminded me of it, and I was like, man, I haven't thought about that game in years.
I don't know what that game is.
It's a walking simulator.
Listen, it's like, speak English or Spanish to me. Don't bring up stuff I don't...
Do not speak to me.
Yeah?
Okay.
I'm not cognizant.
Alright, Eidolon.
Yes, thank you. Focus up, guys.
I asked him if I could help, and I'm just waiting on that.
Yeah, he said that he would be happy to have you help. And
help with what, though?
You'll be filling in one of the roles of the priests in this area. That's why he like needed to know that you were
full on priest.
Yeah, temporary in the thing. But he's like, we're rather short-staffed here, but you'll always be welcome in this area. Just let us know when you can come and provide service. We're not dedicated to any specific god here in this temple, but rather we are dedicated to the service of the great and powerful saint that you see before you. And he gestures at the giant black dragon statue.
That's a saint?
Certainly. A god in
that wasn't Kaya.
Yeah. A god in his own right. Eidolon was an ancient, powerful being that fought on the side of Grayscale back in the times of the Divine Culling.
Oh.
It was said that he slew and devoured many fiends and knights.
Would Kaya know what the Divine Culling is?
Yes, we've talked about this multiple times about, yeah, roll a history. I've, like, dropped basic things, but let's just roll it in another, history or religion. This can be religion if you, to see how much specifically you know.
That's a 12.
It was an apocalypse. The world ended about 800 years ago, and it was real bad. There was like a bunch of different pantheons before. The gods were basically killed or driven away and vanished. So basically, they refer to it as the divine culling, because before there were all these gods, and now there's just the one pantheon that has to serve the entire planet and all the planes. It's also the event that led to the formation of all of the major governments and nations now that, fill Almora and, that's what you know.
Okay, yeah, the basic stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's a real bad thing that happened.
Yeah. What is being a priest in this temple look like for a week?
Sometimes you'll be asked to lead, small services or do, types of communion and the like, clean altars, accept offerings. Sometimes you'll be asked to, provide counsel to someone that comes in and is, sad and needs, perspective, that kind of thing.
Yeah. That's cool.
Doing this is going to take up about a week.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be about a week. Would you like to roll a religion check? Just to see how well you do?
17.
17. You do really well. As you go about, you pay particular attention to the Osmaldus shrine, and you make sure that it's always clean, and you accept any offerings that are placed to it. And you basically field a lot of the general stuff and any of the Osmaldus specific things. I think that you notice here is that a lot of the stuff is actually general. There's not a lot of I would like to pray to Halo, or I'd like to pray to Arwell. And even some people come and pray to Eidolon specifically, which is a little weird.
It's like praying to Mother Mary.
Yes, exactly. Except Mother Mary is a terrible ancient dragon known for eating King Arthur's grandpa.
Wow. Good for him.
Let me see.
I think I'd pray to the dragon that eats King Arthur's grandpa.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
She's pretty cool.
King Arthur wasn't the best.
Please don't do so.
How?
Please don't! Please! Dear God! We do not talk about
Don't insult Arthur here.
I am outraged.
This is an Arthur-friendly podcast.
You don't know what you're saying.
I was gonna say, Rowan, for your own sanity and for everyone else, please don't.
I can't.
Riley's favorite anime is the Arthur series. Knights of the Round Table.
We're doing a bad job of podcasting today, so let's focus back up. No matter how bad my feelings have just been hurt. Kaya, I will say, while you are, one day while you're cleaning out one of the Osmaldus shrines, you get a vision. It's a very similar, kind of vision that you've received before. You are seeing out of the eyes of a great bird that's kind of soaring overhead. You feel the wind in your wings and your feathers, and your eyes can see, even though you're miles and miles and miles above the ground, your eyes can see what's on the ground in perfect detail, and you're soaring over the Red Isles. And as you are, you see someone stuck with their foot in a bunch of mud, and they pull their foot out of this mud. And as they do, the mud, which is a weird reddish color, kind of begins to dry up and sink up and vanish. And you realize this person is covered in mud, they just crawled out of this puddle, and they kind of start brushing off this this red mud off. And when they turn, you see white, a white liquid is dripping out of their eyes. And their eyes are just like these white pools of some murky, like milky substance that's just like wax is dripping out of their eyes constantly. And that's what you see.
Don't like that.
Jerusalem.
All right, yeah.
Oh, I will say, you'll be getting paid for this, by the way, also, Kaya.
Oh, cool.
We'll figure out how much you're paid at the end of this.
I have no money because I've been buying healing potions because someone's not using theirs.
Okay. Jerusalem, what would you like to do for your first week here?
Yeah, Jerusalem wants to learn more about the Dragon Head, and Okra, and whether that's, like, talking to Muuney, or if Muuney doesn't have time, going out and finding information himself.
Sure. Let me see here. I think this would be investigation. Unless you want to tail the Dragon Head specifically, and then we can roll stealth.
I think I'll start with investigation.
Sure.
And, if it comes down to it, we'll do stealth later, but...
Yeah, so we'll be doing research for the first one.
Alright, I got an 18.
18? Okay, wonderful. That's a good job. So...
I'd like you to know that I did roll an 11.
Doesn't matter, you got an 18.
7 to investigation. Could you imagine if I actually rolled high? Like...
Can you imagine rolling well?
Tell me what this looks like. How is Jerusalem investigating Okra at this time?
Okay, well, it sounds like Muuney is busy. So I don't know. I guess there's got to be like some sorts of maybe political maybe gossip that Jerusalem listens in on. There might also be I'm sure they have like a government building or something.
Okay, I was just like wondering if you were like reading about this person in books and like in informational things, or if you were like talking to someone and the like.
Yeah,
like canvassing.
Jerusalem isn't too much of a book reading person.
Okay.
Or a talker. He's going to do a lot of listening to other people's gossip. Even just like standing nearby the building and overhearing conversations as people walk by.
Sir, there is a hoodlum. He's just... What is it called? Damn.
Loitering?
Yes, he's just loitering.
Jerusalem's loitering.
So, Jerusalem.
It's not so much stealth, because he's not really hiding. He's just standing there and just... It's like in Assassin's Creed when you go and sit on a bench.
You walk around the town, you listen to, basic idle gossip, you talk to a couple of people, you do your best not to, like, stick out, which is relatively hard for you, unless you, like, make any effort to disguise yourself.
I could try and use my disguise kit.
Yeah, sure. We'll just say that you're doing this in disguise. Yeah. If you've had a week, like, to prep, I'm gonna assume that that's pretty good.
The disguise kit does, like, if I have time to do things, it works better.
Yes. So Okra. So one of the things you learn is that Okra actually is the sis of that person that you all met earlier. Loomred Blackvial, the woman dragonborn that runs the Serpent's Nectar, which is the potion shop in town. Okra is Loomred's big sister. So her full name is Okra Blackvial. And what you know about her is she's like a military commander. The way that dragon heads are chosen in Grayscale is generally Grayscale's government is bisected into two parts / fields of government. One is the one that is like available to the public, which are the dragon heads, which function basically as a medieval like merchant prince royalty system, where people that make a lot of money and are like leaders of the economy and business and the like, people that would have basically large hordes, are placed in charge of basically regions, and they're referred to as dragon heads, but they also get like medieval royalty titles. Some don't go for that. Some just are like, I'm the dragon head. Some are like, I'm a duke, I'm a count, I'm a viscount, that sort of thing. And Okra, made her money in military service. She actually was a general that led a campaign in the Red Isles, and basically did like war against the fiends there and the like. She's also served in Kaya's hometown as well, in the Orchard Wasteland. What you hear about her is she's big, she's intimidating, people are afraid of her. She's like this very proficient old school warrior who served as a general, and has basically served the nation of Grayscale in different military capacities her entire life, and is legendary in that capacity.
Do I learn who she served under? Like, was it another, like, Shadowhorn?
That actually leads to the second. As far as she answers directly to the other side of the government, which is reported to be actual dragons. Whether that is true or not is debated. Libitina says that they killed all the dragons. There's like a big propaganda movement saying that dragons are dead. We slew them all because we're so good at being knights. Grayscale is like, no, dragons are for sure real. We have them all over the damn place. You shut up. You haven't seen a dragon, but they became a lot rarer after the Divine Culling. So it looks like whoever she answered to was directly in the other side of the government, like the dragon section of the government. Whether those are real dragons or not is up for debate.
And that side just doesn't interact with the public at all. We
not
don't know
in the
how...
same way, no. Dragons are extremely rare and are like hunted and like tried to be slain by Libitina. Also, other dragons, if they heard about them, would lead to like conflict between dragons. There's a lot of different reasons, but the final result is that ever since the Divine Culling, dragons have either have slowly begun to withdraw, either due to them going extinct or them hiding to preserve themselves from different forces and the like.
Yeah, but whether they're dragons or not,
yes.
This just means that the public has never actually had any interaction with the other side.
Not the general public, yeah.
Did they even know how, like, Okra communicates with the other side of the government?
It is unclear.
Or is it just assumed?
Yeah. It is assumed. Okra doesn't have a boss on file. So it's like, who's above Okra? The dragons are above Okra. Are the dragons real? Who knows? But, whoever Okra answers to is big enough that the public doesn't get to just see them or interact with them. That's why the Dragon's Head exists, to field those sort of more mundane, like, systems of government.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. You also learn, you get 2 pieces of information. Yeah, you also know that, Okra frequents the bathhouse that you were all at, or the Kobold bathhouse. She's a big fan of bathhouses. She's like a VIP customer at the Kobold.
Okay. Just making note.
Yeah.
I don't know if say, like, comparing notes with Muuney is something we would want to do this session or start of the next
we
one,
can do that in this session.
Yeah, because learning about this secret second side of the government sure seems like what is Muuney's plan here? Does he, like... is he just gonna hope he gets put as dragon head and just be like, well, we'll see if they're dragons or not? Like,
do you want to have that meeting with Muuney now, or do you want to wait?
I think I'd rather have it now, because I do have something else I want to do later.
Absolutely. So, you gather up this information about Okra, you get a better grasp on the way Grayscale handles their, like, bifurcated government, and you start to realize, that hole in Muuney's plan, and so you head back, and you find your uncle. He is at a desk writing a letter. He has those little glasses that perch on your nose.
Oh, gosh. What are they, like pince-nez or something?
Yeah, he has those. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jerusalem kind of, like, comes in and just leans on the doorframe, coughs.
Yes?
I wanted to ask a little more about your plan for displacing Okra and becoming the new dragon head.
Absolutely. What would you like to know?
Yes. So I've been looking around town, learning some more about this, and I learned about how the dragon head does answer to someone or someone's even higher, and I just wanted to know if you had any more information on that, or if what your plan was for that.
I am aware of the dragon section of the government, and I have, again, been meeting with the governmental systems of Shadowhorn for some time. Obviously, I can't divulge too much. It's all confidential and the like. There's great importance placed on keeping lips tight, but I have been to the inner workings of this government, and I have contacted beings that would be referred to as the other side of the nobility of this place, certainly.
Okay. And one other question. How long are you going to be keeping up the disguises? Like, once you become Dragonhead, are you not just going to announce that you are...
Absolutely not. The rest of the Moon Brotherhood are all aware that when I bring in my proper employees and the rest of my Brotherhood, they will be operating here in full secrecy. I have spent a lot of gold and time developing various Yuan-Ti disguises and supplying my men with the various kinds of illusory and disguise effects that they will need to blend in here. The less people know that we are active in this nation, the better. Besides, I don't think that they would necessarily accept a governmental leader that is not one of their own. And my eligibility for the position might even be called into question.
But, like, in that case, like, what's the point? Like, no one would even know, and...
The point... Dear nephew, the point is the money. The point is the power. The point is managing one of the largest regions in the nation of Grayscale. The point is the resources that come with that kind of governmental control. Do you understand the kind of manpower that Shadowhorn provides to Grayscale, militarily-wise? Do you understand how many of these lizard folk and the like are drafted into their armies and are sent across to fight in the Red Isles? Do you understand how much their merchants make in a year compared to someone in the Elven Isles?
I mean, yeah, I know that, but, I mean, it's the Estieril name. Like, what are you gonna do? Just...
You seem to be putting the cart before the horse. your priorities are reversed.
Okay, I don't see what you mean there, but...
He looks at you, and gives you that look of, you've made a fool of yourself in front of a parental figure. Like, oh, I can't believe my son just said something so stupid, kind of thing. Like, you feel you've embarrassed yourself in some way. Like a real look of disapproval and disappointment for a moment.
Jerusalem's not happy about that.
If this were a matter of prestige, do you think we would work in the shadows as much as we do? If this were a matter of prestige, do you not think that we would have erected a 7-foot-tall statue to our grandmother in the town square? If this were a matter of prestige, do you not think that there would be a museum to the Estieril clan in our service that dates back 800 years to the Divine Calling? If this was a matter of prestige, do you not think that our bank records would be a matter of public knowledge?
Gee, I'm starting to think maybe it's not a matter of prestige. All right, I get it.
No. If you want to be famous, go be a bard. If you want to make money, stay with us. Money, power, and fame are not siblings. They do not walk hand in hand. In fact, it is best if they are not necessarily mixing. You can have some, but you cannot have all three. It is important that you understand which will get you where you want to go.
All right. I mean, I guess. Jerusalem is just kind of like rolling his eyes. He's like, sure, all right. Money and power, okay. But you know what? You can do your own thing. We're helping out here. And whenever you've got yourself settled, we'll go back to the braid, and I'll keep doing my thing.
Of course, that is how we function. And be rest assured, you will be reasonably compensated. In fact, I believe I have the first part of your payment. He reaches under his desk and he slaps a thick coin purse onto the desk. You arrived quickly and promptly, and despite triggering a trap, you have proven yourself to be rather useful, and my plan is proceeding quite well and ahead of my schedule. So I suppose you will find this to your liking.
How much is in there?
25,000 gold.
Holy!
Oh, shit!
Oh, wow.
Does Jerusalem, actively have a reaction to the amount of money you've been given?
Absolutely, yes.
Just Jerusalem, who's been struggling.
He hands it over. You go to grab it. It just falls through your hands and pulls you to the ground.
Maybe not as vocally as mine, but Jerusalem definitely has the eyes wide open, this is the biggest birthday present he's ever been given, sort of thing.
Muuney rolled a nat 20 on his insight check, so you see a smirk across his face, and he goes,
that makes sense, because they do kind of just kick their kids out into the world and say, make money, and...
Yeah. And he goes, now you understand the kind of coin that the Estieril clan operates in. I congratulate you on making it this far, and beginning to see the lowest rungs of the kind of financial power that this family accumulates. And if the rest of this goes as smoothly as this has, you can expect another 25,000 gold.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Muuney sucks. Can we kill him?
Why? No, he's giving us money.
Yeah, but also if we kill him and we take all his money, then you go up the rungs.
I like that you're saying that as if Kaya would actively be like,
Yes.
Kaya might. This guy sucks.
See, but here's the funny thing. Jerusalem's gonna be like, hell no. He is my competition, but we are family, and family is the most important.
Yeah. He's my uncle.
He's my uncle.
Yeah.
Also, he's giving us money.
Unky gave me 25,000 gold and says I could get 50,000 if I help him assassinate a governor. Okay, Lois. First off, I do just want to say, roll an animal handling check to see if you've gotten Gash to
Understand that his name's Starfire.
Yeah.
Because that is my thing, and that is wisdom.
Uh-huh.
You mean the thing I'm not? That's an 18!
This isn't going to be your downtime action, but I will say, over the course of this following week, you managed to get a much better handle on training young little Starfire.
Yes!
Who is, has begun to start to answer and recognize Starfire as how you call for him. He's starting to pick that up. He's destroying less belongings. He still accidentally sets fires every once in a while because he can't help it. But
Lois is like, that's to be expected.
I'm going to make an intelligence check for Starfire real quick. Starfire still answers to Gash. So now Starfire just thinks he has two names.
That's cute!
Okay, if you start calling him like a really cute nickname based off of Gash, though, of like Gashy Baby, it'll start to not be Gash.
Oh, I know. I probably... The thing is me, Reese, would do that.
I mean, my cat starts to respond to Stinky now, so...
Alright, Lois, what would you like to do for your first downtime activity?
I was expecting to just be father.
Yeah, you know what? We'll say training Starfire is your first week of downtime activity. And I'll let that 18 ride.
Yeah!
Starfire is, understands his name and is got basic commands down. And will...
I want to know, what commands are you teaching Starfire?
Sit is the first one. It's sit, down, bring.
Oh.
You set off the person training my own dog in me.
No, yeah, exactly.
So it's sit down, which, heal or, easy is something that it's following around. Like, Lois goes heal, where Starfire, like, Lois is using treats to have Starfire be right at his, like, side. But then...
Is Lois, like, trying to teach it, like, one, are you teaching, Starfire any, like, tricks? And two... Are you teaching Starfire, like, any, prep for, like, attacking and stuff?
That's what the bring is. The bring is the start to that, is that Lois wants to be able to say, when bring, that doesn't always... Lois wants to be able to have point at something, say bring, and have Starfire bring it. It doesn't matter if it's an inanimate object or a living being. That's the
cool.
bring.
Yes,
bring is Starfire's favorite.
Good.
Starfire doesn't like to do, Starfire's okay with a majority of the stuff, but Starfire's favorite is bring. Starfire learns that one the quickest, and will sometimes just bring you stuff.
Oh,
Lois says thank you every time.
I just imagine, like, the first few days of trying to teach bring, and you point at something, but it doesn't bring you the right thing.
Yeah, that happens.
It brings you something.
Yeah, the baby brings something. Doesn't always mean it's the right thing, but you know what? Lois is still gonna congratulate, because, what? Starfire's a baby. Babies need a lot of encouragement. Even baby heck puppies. 2. Again, this is me when it comes to to training dogs, it is very much a here and there. It's obviously not in 1 week. It's not going to be fully.
Yeah.
And there's certain points where the burnout, and I imagine with Starfire, when Starfire gets burnout, Starfire actually starts burning things.
Yeah.
Like burnout being like, I'm so burned out, I'm tired. That's
He's still baby. He's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Also, absolutely, without a doubt, because I absolutely think that Starfire's paws are huge.
Yes.
Lois also goes, look at those monster paws!
Yeah.
And I feel like Starfire really likes that part.
Those paws are probably almost the size of a human paw.
Hellhounds get real big, so yeah,
Exactly.
little puppies
Yeah.
of them would have pretty big.
Puppy
Yeah.
Puppy has the size of your palm.
Yeah, exactly.
He does that thing that puppies do when they have really big paws, which they have to lift up their legs all the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, that's exactly it. That's what I'm also taking from it, is Starfire just has the big old paws, and
Yes, good.
also I'd like to state Starfire might possibly accidentally respond occasionally to monster paws, because he goes, who's monster paws?
Excellent.
I don't know how you want the rest of the staff to, like, in that area to see Lois, but it's literally so silly, but in the way
Yeah.
that it's a dog. So it's very silly, and I stand by that because it's what Starfire deserves. I love dogs.
I like that in the montage, it's Kaya goes to a weird church that, like, doesn't seem to be that into the gods, and has to hang out with a weird, creepy dude. And then gets a prophecy vision. It's just like, oh, Jerusalem gets a bunch of blood money from his uncle, who's being just a terrible person. And then we just get shots of outside. We see Lois training a dog.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To be fair, the dog is giant and on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still like very
Baby.
obvious.
Yeah, still a little baby.
Also, where's my big girl? Where's my big girl?
Everyone check on your pets.
Is that Ethan?
Yep. Willow is
Huh?
conked out on my bed.
Lucky is conked out on my bed. Come on, where's my big girl?
I'm gonna throw a pencil at Willow.
No! Why are you being
Wait,
mean?
guys.
Luciano, come on.
YOLO is currently sitting outside of Jamie's door.
Yep, I figured. I think Wink is in the curtains right now. Oh. Anyway, what are we doing right now?
Oh,
I think
before
it
we
is
start
Kaya.
the second round,
Yeah.
Jerusalem is going to give 1,000 to each of the other members, and then put the 22,000 in the bank.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you? I have so much money now.
I know, right?
Oh.
And that's like one tiny percentage of what we got.
Maybe giving Lois 1,000 was not a good idea.
Jerusalem's a college kid who just got $25,000. Like, he's giving 1,000 to each of his friends and putting the rest into savings.
I will say, Jerusalem, you can probably buy a ship now.
Oh.
Oh.
We'll wait.
No way.
We'll get that other 25,000 first.
Okay. Back of the order. Kaya, what would you like to do?
I think Kaya actually she's pretty simple. She doesn't have a lot of stuff that she needs to do. I think she spends most of her time working at that church for the entire few weeks.
Sure.
But in her downtime from the church, like, she spends the days, like, daytime working at the church, but then, like, in the evenings she comes home and is resting. She is writing more in her journal.
Okay, so do you want this to be a religious service downtime, or how do you want to mechanically represent that?
Well, it's just doing the same thing again for that, but I was thinking of focusing more on the book writing. And I don't know if we want to do like a little bit of that if she's at wherever they're staying.
Sure.
The Estieril place?
Yeah. If that's the scene you're interested in.
Yeah, because that's the new thing.
Yeah.
Well, not new. She's doing both, but
yeah. That's the thing that's different.
First week focused on her daytime stuff, and the second week focuses on her at-home stuff. But I think she doesn't want to stay just locked up inside the place, so do they have like a courtyard or something?
I would hope so, considering.
Not really. They this kind of like there's a big like outside area, but like the way this town is set up is there's not a lot of like courtyards.
Is there a patio?
Yes, there's a patio. There's a lobby inside the building. There's like several service. It's like a guild hall. So, but there is a patio you'd be on. Yeah,
she probably hangs out either on the patio or in the main hall, in a bigger area, so she has more space. Yeah, and she's just writing about that. I guess if anyone notices or something.
I would like to state for RP purposes that she's probably doing that, and occasionally Starfire just kind of, you know when dogs will just stare? They'll just stare at you, and you're like worried they're gonna pounce? Starfire does exactly that, like runs up and stares at Kaya as she, there we go. And she just, her paw kicked my computer. And they just like stare at you.
No.
Starfire does exactly that. Starfire just like stares at Kaya, looking occasionally at her journal like Starfire wants to grab it. But like exactly, Kaya has to go, no.
No.
And that's what I just want to say for RP purposes. That's that. If people notice, it's the dog.
Kaya shifts the book away from the dog a little. I don't know if we want to make a scene of that or something.
Sure. One day while you're, one night while you're writing, Arenano comes by.
Oh!
The best boy.
Excellent boy.
He's still in his full Dragonborn armor with the Dragonborn helmet.
Can Arenano read?
Yeah, Arenano can read.
Okay. I think she actually calls him over. And she calls him over. She's like, Arenano, would you mind reading this section for me? I'm writing it down, and I want to know if it is clear in its writing.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't mind.
Yeah. She's currently, a lot has happened since she was last able to write in it, but she's currently writing about, the cult of Ropilocerix.
Okay. What, you're writing all that down. This will be fun. I'm gonna have him roll a little... I can't say I understand a lot about it, but, cults aren't anything new. Where I'm from, there's actually a lot of cults, a lot like this, actually.
Of course, it's not about it being a new cult or it being a dead cult. It's just, I like to write down knowledge, and sometimes people like to learn. So I want to make sure that whoever is learning this can understand it, and it's clear in how it is being portrayed. And there's nothing confusing about it.
All seems in order, as far as I can tell. I like it.
Yeah, you like the part about summoning fiends or whatever?
Nah. I don't really mess with that sort of stuff. But I pray to Sylph, so you know.
Hey, so that
I'm a bit religious, I guess.
I guess this would be a little bit of interest to you then.
Yeah, I actually draw my magic from the realm of the so these people actually they actually had somewhat similar beliefs to me, I guess. It's a little weird to think about, but
yes, It was a little bit concerning as they took over the Sylph Temple and then desecrated the Sylph Temple and replaced all the Sylph things. But we did take care of them, so if you have any worry about that, then you don't need to.
I want so bad for Arenado to be able to give you something, but he did roll a 6.
Oh,
and
no.
This isn't him being a big dumb barbarian. Like this is him rolling a 6. He's just like, yeah, that sounds bad.
Oh no.
Yes, that's no good.
Do you read often?
Hmm?
Do you like to read? What are your hobbies?
Well, I read a bit, mostly religious texts and the like. I don't find myself reading as much as I'd like. Mostly these days, I read business ledgers. You know. This much lumber came in. This much lumber is going this way. These people paid this much for lumber. Here's a letter saying,
Riley, you're missing the Cockney accent.
Shoot.
I was gonna say, where did the accent?
Where? What?
It was like Cockney Scotland Yard.
That's right.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't have it today.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. This is what Arenado sounds like now. Nope, I'm getting too close to Vakomsha.
Yeah.
Just do Cockney and then lower it.
I don't have it
Silly
today.
forgets what a Cockney accent
Yeah,
is.
I'm sorry.
I don't even remember.
I don't have it today.
Something about oi. I don't know.
Yeah, you need to get a phrase like how you always slip into Irish. You have to start with Lucky Charms.
What?
We don't need to take a period of the episode to just dunk on how I'm a bad voice actor. Thank you very much.
Excuse you.
Nah, I was just saying because I missed it. I really
This is my big guy
liked
voice.
Aaron Arnold's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I? I'm a big guy.
But Riley, Ireland requires Lucky Charms. Really? Really?
Yeah.
Jamie has given me that ammunition, and I will hold it.
I'm
right.
sorry I outed
Well,
you, Riley.
Aaron Arnold has a cold today.
Yeah, you know what? It's fine.
Don't worry that he now sounds American.
Stop calling attention to me! Arenado leaves. He's not in the scene anymore. You don't get him.
He got flustered because I asked him about his hobbies.
Aww. No, it's
Breaking kneecaps. Is that what you want? He works for a living. In his free time, he practices magic. He spends time with his mom, who's a painter. And you know what? He runs a successful lumber company, and sometimes he goes and he breaks kneecaps for the elf mob. That's what he does. Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Well, she was happy for the first bit of it, first 80%, and then the kneecaps came in, and she just kind of grimaces and does a thin smile. Mm-hmm. That must be fun.
Nah, it's business. Maybe I'll sound like this now, ain't I?
No!
Oh!
This is my voice?
Riley, I'm going to drive over to your house and smack you.
Maybe he's Italian now. I don't know.
What?
I mean,
Screw
that
you
would
guys.
make more sense for the Mafia.
Hey,
Oh my
they're
gosh,
Irish
I need to go
mafia.
back. I need to go back retroactively and give everyone in the Estieril family Italian accents.
Okay, from now on.
Godfather.
Muuney was having elven spaghetti when you guys.
No!
Jerusalem goes into Mooney's room, and Mooney's like, "You come into my Moon Brotherhood."
Okay, we joke, but we literally talked about The Godfather when we were designing this. When we were designing the Estieril.
Here's the thing: I have never watched The Godfather. You were the one who was like, "I want Mooney to be like a character from The Godfather."
You disrespect me and my spooky spider ring.
That's what it is. Mooney is that vibe. Come in here.
Hit him with the sticky hand.
Lenny, hit him with the sticky hand. We're doing a bad job of podcasting today, guys. All of this is going to have to be cut.
It's
I hate
downtime.
it.
We get to have fun.
No, I think some of this Godfather stuff is quality content.
This all sucks.
We're having fun.
Well, Kaya's scene's done because I'm tired of being bullied.
I'm sorry, Riley.
He barks us off awkwardly.
What would you like to do? You elven bastard?
Sorry, jeez. I will not apologize for Art. Jerusalem wants to do some training.
Sure.
Because while he will not admit it, he does still feel like he made a fool of himself.
So there's two kind of trainings we can do. One, you can train on learning a new language or gaining a new proficiency, which is in the spellbook. Or two, I will just let you do vague training in what you're already good at and gain an experience point, if you would like.
That depends. Have you decided if we're going to be leveling up at the end of every quest now?
We will in later seasons. In this season, I marked it out pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 7 episodes on this one quest and we haven't leveled up.
It has 7 episodes?
7.
Oh, I guess because it's sessions, yeah.
7 sessions.
We did technically
So that's
do
like 14 episodes.
two arcs.
Nope, Riley said this was all Quest 4, so it is now Session 7 of Quest 4, and we've still not leveled up.
Oh, when you say it like that...
Did we get experience for the cult thing?
Yes, I gave you all experience for getting knocked out, and I think I gave by the fishmen for completing the travel section, and I gave you experience...
That's right, we leveled up for the getting knocked out.
We did not get experience after clearing out the area, though. And
Really?
No.
We did not.
Yeah, we got 1 level and 1 experience.
Yeah, I'll let you all take an experience point. That doesn't seem right. I feel like I must have forgotten to say, hey, you all get an experience point for completing the temple arc.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, that's why I kept saying, Riley. I was like, we're leveling up so slowly.
Yeah,
I'm never
my bad.
Gonna get
I'm sorry. I really thought I gave you one. So you're at 2
We're
experience.
2 out of 3.
So, Jerusalem, if you want to train and get another experience point, you could level up.
Yeah. And that's good because Jerusalem actually is going to be taking a level in fighter next. So
Okay, sure.
that we'll say that's what he's training. He saw Muuney doing his like monk stuff and is like, I need to get better at fighting.
I need that.
So if we want to flavor this as your training to get a level in fighter, we get shots of you sparring with Arenonal, I think.
Oh,
Nice.
Muuney comes in and gives you guys some gives you guys some pointers. Let me pull up your family because I know you have fighters in your family. Let me see here. Wow, a lot of me pulling up old character lists today. Oh my gosh, did I not put down?
Oh, rip Riley.
That makes me mad. One moment. So actually, Muuney is like, if you want, I can send word to your grandparents and they can send you some training notes and, some pointers and the like. I know that they have various routines.
Yeah, sure. Jerusalem's not going to say no to that.
Muuney, like we discussed earlier, has a way of immediately and directly contacting the family. So he can just instantly be like, hey guys. And so within the week, he immediately gives you like old manuals and the like that go over training. That would be more in line with the fighter class instead of being a rogue. So now you're taking a bit more after your grandparents instead of your parents.
Also, I'd like to say that furthermore, drives home the point. His family hates Jerusalem. They don't even want to talk to him.
Yeah, you can talk to your uncle about getting one of those things, why you don't have that, and how you might be able to get access to that. If you also want. We can have that scene.
Nah, Jerusalem's not gonna bother.
Okay.
It's like, they don't want to talk to me, they're missing out.
Roll. Let's see if Jerusalem actually knows the answer to this. Roll just a flat intelligence check.
Okay. Oh. I don't know the answer.
What'd you get?
Okay. My intelligence is only +3. I got a full total of 6.
Okay. You don't know the answer to this. All you know is Antioch, your brother, also doesn't have one.
Oh.
But your oldest sister, Heliopoly, she does.
Well, you know what? Favoritism.
You assume it's favoritism. Yeah, sure. Jerusalem just doesn't put any thought into it. Okay, back to my earlier question. Is Magmirus your grandpa or your grandma?
Let's see. Magmirus and Fenren. Well, Fenren sounds more masculine, so Magmirus is the grandmother.
Okay. Magmirus is a very talented archer. And Fenren is a little bit more what you were looking forward to, fights with a sword and the like. But Fenren also they both talk a lot about utilizing magic in their stuff, and you're just like, well, can't do that. Flips to the next page. Here's some arcane power, spellcasting you can use to augment yourself in a fight. And you're like, can't do that. And you flip the page, and then Magmirus has some notes of like, here's how to, shoot an elven longbow. And you're like, But you just roll a Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Why would you do that?
But Jerusalem's con!
Let's hope that this does not have a very high passing. Because I rolled a 10, -1 is 9.
The DC I set was 10. Oh.
Roll with advantage?
No.
I'm not going to have advantage on a con roll. What
Jerusalem?
I don't know.
I'll get mark experience. I'll let you level up and take a level in fighter as you train with your cousin and, go over the different notes from your grandparents. But also,
and get my ass handed to me.
Take a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Okay. Lois.
Okay, I've been trying to think of it, and...
Oh, wait, sorry. Let's back up. The training montage with Jerusalem ends with Arenonal knocking Jerusalem down on his ass.
Yeah.
Just heavy, just full body, just Jerusalem flies back, just hits the ground. But you know what? Jerusalem's getting better. For every bruise, Jerusalem gets a little bit more violent.
Maybe I'll finally have some constitution.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have any more constitution.
Oh no!
Because you don't get the ability point increase on the first level.
No, you really don't.
So I'm gonna stay with bad constitution, but I'll have another hit dice, so that's good.
Okay.
And is it a higher hit die?
Yeah. Fighter has a
so
higher one.
good.
That's also good. Okay. So,
Lois, what would you like to do for your second week?
So I've been thinking about it just based off of Lois. What is carousing, per se?
Partying.
Carousing.
That is exactly what.
Yeah, that's exactly. It was either shopping or that, and that. Yeah.
Okay. So this is basically just a series of you playing music, getting drinks and good food, going to the bathhouse, having a wonderful vacation.
Do you run into Okra at the bathhouse just like, oh, hi?
How expensive are you going for this? Are you going for lower, middle, or upper class?
This is why I said you shouldn't give Lois money! He has the money. He would go upper class.
Has the money.
Okay, mark off 250 gold.
I have 997 gold. Wow.
I'm going to roll a D100.
What do you want me to roll?
Roll a persuasion check.
Hell yeah! I got an 18.
Okay. Okay, well, you did good, but I might have done bad.
Oh, no.
Whew, just missed something bad happening.
Oh, God.
Literally, by 2% missed something bad happening. Okay, you got an 18 again?
Yep.
Okay. Over the course of your partying, you are going to make 2 friends.
Oh!
Lois actually making friends sounds fake.
Yeah. Let's see. Who do you want to... You can make friends with someone from, like, the nobility or the high society in Shadowhorn. So,
I mean, like...
Oh my gosh, do you want to make friends with Okra?
Can I make friends with Okra?
If you want to make friends with Okra, you absolutely
Yes,
can.
I do. I do want to make friends with Okra.
We'll mark down one of your contacts as Okra, so you'll be able to use that later in the assassination attempt.
This is why Jerusalem hired Lois. Lois is a people person, where Jerusalem is not.
Jerusalem has explicitly said he hired Lois to do the talking.
How do I want to do this? Oh, I know a place where you both frequent.
The bathhouse, yeah.
So you're at the bathhouse.
Thank you, Robin Mag and I'll Never Tell 3 for supporting us through our Patreon. If you want to support our podcast as well, you can head over to our website, mxpcrew.com, where you can find our Patreon link on the very first page. We offer shoutouts to our patrons, as well as behind-the-scenes information and monthly stickers. You can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr for all your social media needs. If you like our show and have been thinking about podcasting yourself, I highly recommend starting on Buzzsprout. MXP started on YouTube, and let me tell you, it was extremely difficult uploading 1 to 2 hour long videos at a time in a timely manner. But working on Buzzsprout has been insanely helpful and fast. Buzzsprout helps you list your podcast in every major podcasting platform, as well as provide super affordable monthly payments. I totally forget that I'm paying for it because of how cheap it is. You even get a free, great-looking, pre-made website, audio players that you can drop into other websites, and my personal favorite part, detailed analytics to see how people are listening. If you follow the link in the description and sign up for at least 2 months, not only do you get a $20 Amazon gift card, but you will also be supporting our podcast as well. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.